Alright, Severance fans, let's talk about something that's been creeping in the shadows of Lumon's hallways, like an unacknowledged workplace harassment complaint, Doppelgangers. Because apparently, being trapped in corporate hell isn't bad enough. You also get to bump into another version of yourself, like some kind of multiversal office space nightmare. Season 2 has gone all in on this unsettling little twist, dropping alternate MDR teams, mysterious lookalikes, and blurred-out marks lurking in the background like an AI-generated extra. So, what's the deal? Are these clones? Time loops? Deeply unethical corporate experiments? The world's worst company team-building exercise? Let's break it all down. The Earth 2 MDR team, Milkshake's discount replacement, Season 2 wasted no time in making us question reality. We open on what looks like Mark, Helly, Dylan, and Irving, but something's off. Maybe it's the uncanny vibe. Maybe it's the fact that Milkshake is rolling them in like a fresh batch of doomed interns. Either way, these people aren't our MDR crew. This was Milkshake's way of slapping some duct tape over the chaos left behind by the Season 1 finale. But here's the freaky part. If Lumon can just swap out entire severed teams like expired yogurt in the office fridge, how many times has this happened before? And the bigger question, where do the old versions go? Are they decommissioned, transferred, sent to whatever the hell ORTBO is? The implications here are not great for anyone hoping our original MDR team gets a happy ending. Mr. Drummond's creepy MDR Overlook. Then we get episode 6, where we see another MDR team seemingly working on our MDR team. If that sentence made your brain glitch, welcome to Severance. This scene suggests that someone, possibly Mr. Drummond, is observing and maybe even manipulating Mark's group from a distance. Are these guys beta testers for a new MDR model? Is Lumon running parallel experiments to see which group is the most efficient? Or is this all just one big corporate Hunger Games, where whoever doesn't break gets promoted to middle management? If Lumon has multiple teams working on each other, then the question becomes, who's actually running the show? ORTBO's nightmare doppelgangers. If you thought things were weird in the office, ORTBO said, "Hold my frozen corporate despair." When Irving got dumped into the snow, we saw what looked like figures, distorted, shadowy versions of people we've seen before. Now, either Lumon's got an employee retention problem way worse than we thought, or these are past versions of severed workers, just left to wander the blizzard like rejected Santa's elves. If Lumon is discarding previous iterations of employees, then ORTBO is less of a department and more of a corporate afterlife. Dylan's interviewer. Corporate inbreeding? Remember when Dylan was being recruited for a new position, and the guy interviewing him looked a little too much like Dylan? Either Lumon has a very specific type when it comes to hiring, or we just got a glimpse of a truly terrifying reality. Employees might not just be swapped. They might be recycled. If there are multiple versions of the same person, does that mean every department has its own clone army? And what happens when an employee graduates to a new role? Do they get promoted? Or are they simply repurposed? Mark's blurry double. Glitch in the Matrix? Early in Season 2, eagle-eyed fans spotted something weird. A figure that looked like Mark wandering in the background. It was fast, blurry, and just vague enough to make you question your sanity. But this is Severance. Nothing is an accident. If this was another Mark, what does that mean? Could there be multiple severed versions of him running around? Are we watching the real Mark, or just another iteration? If there's more than one Mark, then the question isn't who he is, it's which one he is. Devin's weird little mustache comment, Irving's side hustle? Alright, this one might be a reach, but it's too weird not to mention. Back in episode 1, Devin casually mentions Mark's therapist, describing him as a guy with a weird little mustache. Now remind me, who else do we know with a very specific mustache? Irving. Is this just a coincidence? Or could Irving have an outie job as a therapist? If true, this would be one of the wildest twists yet. It would also explain why Irving is obsessed with painting the same hallway over and over. Maybe his therapist persona remembers something from Lumon. So, what the hell is going on? The existence of doppelgangers in Severance isn't just a fun little mind game, it's a massive clue that something even bigger is happening at Lumon. Theories range from cloning, to time loops, to full-on Westworld-style simulations. If employees can be replaced, repurposed, or duplicated, then our MDR crew might not even be the real versions of themselves. And that raises the biggest question of all. If there are multiple Marks, Irvings, Dylans, and Hellies, who the hell is actually in control? One thing's for sure, Lumon's corporate nightmare is way bigger than we thought. And if you think things are weird now, just wait. Because Severance loves nothing more than taking your brain, putting it through a paper shredder, and then serving it back to you as a beautifully crafted metaphor for late-stage capitalism. Stay tuned, because something tells me this rabbit hole goes way deeper. That's all I got for today. But don't worry, I feel the fever for the flavor of a new theory germinating somewhere deep inside. Or is that the Oreo cookie and Cheetos burrito I ate for brunch? See you next time, here at Mindbang.